Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I've got a really different anti-haul video for you because you guys have really loved the ones that I've done in the past. If you haven't seen those, go and check them out. So it's all about anti-consumerism, saying no to things that you're kind of tempted to buy. Now this one is going to be kind of a different anti-haul video because instead of just, you know, talking about random things that I'm not going to buy, this is going to be about very specific products that I was super tempted to buy when I was recently over in Canada. You guys know I just was recently on holiday visiting my family over in Vancouver, and there are so many amazing makeup shopping opportunities downtown. There's a huge Sephora in Vancouver. I think it might be the biggest Sephora in all of Canada. There's a Nordstrom down there. So these are really things that I really wanted to buy, things that were on my shopping list. I really stayed strong on that trip. I resisted the urge to buy any makeup at all. I didn't come home with any makeup. I mean, I did buy other things, but I didn't buy any makeup. I went into the Sephora downtown, like I said, and they actually had some of the Pat McGrath stuff. Now, this was the Pat McGrath Sublime Bronze Ambition palette. Now, I have spoken out against Pat McGrath, her packaging in my past anti-haul video because I feel like her products are packaged, some of her products are packaged super wastefully. I just am totally against excessive packaging that's environmentally unfriendly. When I went in, I wasn't actually really looking to buy anything from Pat McGrath, but they did have the new smaller palettes out because, you know, she released those big, I think they're called the Mothership palettes, and they're super, super expensive. Well, she released the smaller version. Basically, it's a palette with just, I think, 6 eyeshadows in. They're still expensive. I mean, don't get me wrong. These are still expensive palettes, but they are not as expensive as her full-size palettes. And the one they had out was the bronze one. These palettes, the little ones, were super pigmented, super smooth. They just felt silky on the back of my hand. So when I swatched them, I just felt like I was applying a layer of silk or something. So it was definitely, you know, very different from all the other palettes that I swatched when I was at the Sephora. Now, the reason I ended up not buying it is because I have a ton of bronzy and golden eyeshadows. There's nothing really in those palettes that I can't dupe with another eyeshadow that I already own, be it in another palette that I already own or singles. I have so many single eyeshadows. You know, I could definitely dupe every color in there from that shadow from that palette because there wasn't really any color in there that I felt was super unique or something that I didn't already have something very similar to it. So the only reason I would really be buying it is just for a premium quality. You know, I do agree that buying high quality things is always good. You know, if I probably didn't have any bronze eyeshadows or any gold eyeshadows already in my collection, I might have purchased that palette because it was beautiful. I have so many things. I just want to use up first or try to at least even make a dent in some of the things that I have instead of buying another thing, because that means if I buy that other thing, then I'm not going to be using the things that I already own. So another product that I was very, very tempted to buy was the NARS Wanted eyeshadow palette. It kind of goes into the warm, reddish, bronzy color spectrum. I saw this at Sephora and I also saw it at the Duty Free at London Heathrow, and I was so tempted to buy this because, again, the palette looked so beautiful and it swatched amazingly. That's the thing, like swatches, finger swatches really draw me in. That doesn't always mean that the eyeshadow will apply and blend flawlessly on your eye. I was very tempted. They had some very nice sort of glitter shadows that looked actually very unique in there. Almost bought this and I was just like, oh, I need this thing. But I have so many warm eyeshadow palettes. I have the Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. I have the Petite Heat. I have some of the Juvia's Place warm eyeshadow palettes. And so I have plenty of warm, bronzy, rust tone eyeshadows. So again, it's like another thing that, do I really need it? No. I just wanted it because it looked pretty and it was luxe, you know, NARS. I know NARS makes really good quality products. So I decided just not to get it because I already have those colors. And again, I probably have single shadows or even loose pigments that come very close to all the colors in that palette. All right, so another palette. Yes, this is a lot of palettes. There are some non-palette things as well. The Anastasia Soft Glam palette. Now, her previous couple of releases have not really enticed me at all. The Prism palette didn't really interest me, and the Subculture palette was so bad. I have a video reviewing that palette on my channel if you want to check that out, but it was just awful. But when I heard a lot of the initial reviews about the Soft Glam, and a lot of people said that it was very comparable in quality and texture as the Modern Renaissance palette, that also kind of piqued my interest because I do love the Modern Renaissance palette. At first, when I saw the pictures, like I saw when Norvina showed it, I think on Snapchat, and I thought it was very boring. It was just like another neutral palette, and I was like, nah, whatever. Then I did see it in store, and I have to say, it's a beautiful palette. It is beautiful. Do I need another neutral palette? No. No. No, no, no. I have so many neutral eyeshadows and so many neutral palettes that I just do not need another neutral palette. And also a lot of the eyeshadows that were actually in the Soft Glam palette are repeats from previous palettes that she's released. There's some of the actually the same colors from the Modern Renaissance in there. And also the packaging, I have to say, I'm not crazy for it. That velvet packaging, it needs to go. That color that they picked, I think is so ugly. It's like this pukey brown. That's not the most important thing to me. The most important thing is if I like the inside of the palette. And it is a beautiful palette. I would say if you don't have a neutral palette, I mean, there might be someone out there who doesn't have a neutral palette, then I think it's a beautiful palette to get, but I have so many neutrals, so it would just be another neutral palette in my collection. All right, speaking of Anastasia Beverly Hills, another product that was kind of on my to purchase list were a few backups of the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencils. I have used those pencils for a long time and just years and years, and whenever I was abroad, I would pick up a few because you can't buy them here in Switzerland yet. Currently, they do not retail in my country, and so I'd always buy brow products from her line when I was abroad. You know what? I am over that. If your company does not want to come to me, then I am no longer coming to your company. I mean, I know that's like kind of ridiculous because I do still buy brands that are not easily available here, but it's just, you know, it was a product that I really relied on. It was kind of like a workhorse. Soft Brown Brow Wiz by Anastasia. And it was just always annoying because when I would get to the end of it, I would start to be like, oh my God, like I'm running out of brow pencil. I need to buy one, and how am I gonna go buy it? Because you can't buy it here. And I am no longer going to buy those. So I have found a really good drugstore brow pencil, which I'm going to talk about very, very soon, that I think to me is like a perfect replacement. I even like it better. All right, next up is the Uemura Lash Curler. Now, I already have one of these. I have a Uemura Lash Curler that I bought when I was actually in Japan, and it really is an amazing eyelash curler. It's a Japanese brand, so I feel like it was less expensive there than it was in Canada. It was very expensive at the Sephora in Canada. The reason I wanted to buy another one is just to have two. You know, I have a makeup drawer in my bathroom where I basically get ready in the morning. I don't really tend to get ready anymore here in my studio because it's just overwhelming. And I do actually have a whole video about that. So I wanted to basically have a second one so that I could have one in my get ready drawer in my bathroom and then have one here in the studio that I could just have one here and I wouldn't have to go over to the bathroom and get it. And I just realized, like, that is ridiculous. I mean, it's seriously ridiculous. Like, I can just walk those couple of meters to go and get the curler and then use it and then go and put it back. So I really did want to get a second one, but I just realized how dumb that was. You know, I already have one and I don't really need a second one just because I'm too damn lazy to get off my chair and go get it. The Stila Glitter and Glow Liquid Eye Glitters, I think they're called Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadows. So these are, you know, basically glitters in a brush on applicator. So it kind of looks like a lip gloss applicator wand, and then the glitter comes out. The glue is kind of mixed, or the adhesive is mixed with the glitter in the little jar, and then you paint it on, so you're basically painting on glitter. And I've heard so many people talk about these, saying that this is so easy, this is like the easiest way to wear glitter. You just, you know, swipe it on and you're done. And that's really the reason why I wanted to get it, because I have, you know, so many glitters, but I hardly ever reach for them. And that's why I thought, oh, you know, I'll pick up one of these Stila things. But they're pretty expensive. So I was at the Canada Sephora, and I think they're way cheaper in in the US. They were over 30 something Canadian dollars plus tax there, which was 12% tax in Vancouver. So it would have been a very costly purchase. I don't really need that because I just don't really need that. How often do I really wear glitter? You know, even if it's easier to apply and stuff, like, would I apply glitter to this kind of look? Probably not. I mean, maybe I would use it once in a while if I'm going out, but then in that case, I have like a whole drawer of cosmetic glitter. Plus, I really, really love the NYX glitter glue. I recently discovered that for myself. It's a great adhesive and it's so easy to apply the glitter with that. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't fall and flake, and it's so easy to apply. Actually, I'm going to try to use some of those glitters in my drawer when I feel like using glitter instead of buying another glitter product, because then I would probably only reach for that and not even use up all this cosmetic grade glitter that I have. A product by Fenty. There was one product that I was very interested in, and it was the Fenty Gloss Bomb Universal Lip Luminizer, and that was like the one gloss that she released. It just appealed to me for some reason. I thought, you know, it'd be really cool to have like a super neutral gloss that kind of just goes with everything, my lips but glossier, and it just looked really pretty, and everyone that I've seen wear it looks really nice in it. The reason I didn't get it is because I have an entire drawer full of lip gloss that I almost never reach for, and it's kind of ridiculous. So do I really need to buy more gloss? No. What I need to start doing is start going through that drawer, and I've already decluttered so many glosses that were old and have gone off and stuff, so the ones that are in there are still fine, but I need to actually go through that drawer and like start wearing those glosses before I buy a new gloss. I have this one from Kiko. It's one of the Hydra glosses, and I've used it in a few of my videos. It's super see-through. It's like clear, but it has that glittery stuff in it. And it really reminds me of the Fenty Gloss Bomb. And I actually do wear that gloss a lot from Kiko. So whenever I feel that urge to put on just like a neutral, super shiny gloss, I'll just use the Kiko one I have. The MAC Prep and Prime Radiant Rose highlighting slash concealer stick. So this is kind of something in between a concealer and a highlighter. It kind of has one of those brush on applicators, kind of like the YSL Touche Éclat. That one really appealed to me because the Radiant Rose has this slight pinky peach tone, sort of more pink tone actually. And I really like these pinky kind of under eye concealers because I feel like they do a really good job of neutralizing the blue tones on my skin tone, and they just brighten that whole area. So I was very tempted to buy this. I have a bunch of pink toned high-end concealers that I still need to use up. Like I have this one that I bought from Makeup Forever. It's one of their HD concealers that also has a slight pink undertone, and I haven't even used that up. So why am I even looking at new concealers? Like, no, let me just first get through the ones that I have. I just need to get away from this idea that like, oh, somebody raves about it in a YouTube video or somebody raves about it on a blog post or something, and I have to go out and buy that product because first of all those other products I already have and love, why am I not using them? Why am I not using them up before I go and buy more stuff? Maybe in the future I will test that one when I use up my other pink toned undertone concealer correctors. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush. So basically I just wanted to buy one of their blushes. I actually have two of the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders. They're beautiful. I absolutely love them, but I rarely use them anymore, and I don't know what it is. I think I bought two shades and both the shades that I purchased are the wrong shade for me. But I've always heard so many good things about the blushes and that they're absolutely gorgeous. Again, you guys, I have so many blushes. I have so many amazing, beautiful blushes that I was so excited about when I bought them. You know when you buy something new and just you get that rush of like, oh my god, I finally own this product that I've wanted for a really long time. That thrill wears off really fast. And you know, I have so many blushes in my collection that I love and they're just amazing quality. So do I really need another super high-end expensive blush? No, I don't. I mean, I think Hourglass is fairly high-end. I think their products are very expensive. And so I remember buying some of their products and buying other things in that kind of price category and being so excited about that product. And then like now it's kind of in my collection, and am I still super excited about it? Not really. So I feel like that thrill when you initially buy something, it doesn't last. It wears off really fast. I want to know from you guys in the comments what products that you are super tempted to buy. Please remember to hit the bell icon if you haven't already. It is super, super important for you guys to hit that bell icon and to subscribe for the notifications, because YouTube no longer sends my videos to all my subscribers. They only send them to subscribers who are super active and interacting with the channel. So if you're not really interacting with my channel, please hit the bell icon to make sure that you do get notified when I post a video. Sadly, the reality of YouTube these days, it sucks. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.